Welcome you all guys to Debugging Doubts. Today, let us understand about Git and GitHub. So first we'll understand what is Git. Git is which helps track what all changes you made in the code. Suppose think that now you are preparing login web page. Okay. So your what all things you will add? You will add login, username, then password and all stuffs. So first you will create a box. Okay, now you have created a box and you feel like, okay, I've done something of that and I need to save this somewhere. So what you will do? You will take a screenshot of that. So better what you will do? You will commit it in the Git. So what you have done is you have taken screenshot of it and save it in the Git. Now I think I need to add a username and password buttons. For that, I'll add username, password. Now I feel like I have done another some part. So I need to take screenshot of this phase only. So I will store it in the Git. So basically what Git is doing is it is tracking all the changes you made. So each commit it has a track. Like in this stage, what was the changes you made, and after some while what change you made. Everything will be stored in the Git itself. Now I feel I need to add a submit button. So I added submit button. Now I feel almost I have done. So I'll take screenshot of it. So basically I'm committing it to the Git. So I have committed in the Git and it is saved as commit 3. Now I will do some more additional features. Okay. Now I think button color should be not orange and I will make it black and I will add some box and I will take screenshot of it. So I'm committing. I have committed. Now I will go and show it to my some teachers or friends or somewhere I'll show it them. They will say me that why have you colored the button as black and why have you done this box. Then they might not like, right? Say they will say do the previous change only. So I will go to my editor page and I see that I have already exited and I can't do any undo option, right? So what thing I need to do? I need to cancel all the related codes, then it will mess up somewhere. So here the Git comes in action. So Git has tracked all the changes you made at each stage. So whereas my final thing which I kept as proper, it is in the commit 3. So I'm in now commit 4. So I need to go from commit 4 to 3. I should delete commit 4. So if I do that, I will get back the same code which I had earlier. So here the Git is very useful in the coding process. Now let us understand little bit more of it, just for general knowledge. First thing is you will have the code in your local repository. So I have drawn a file. Now you need to write the code and you feel after some while, okay, I have added something. I'll move it to the commit part. So before committing, you are adding it. So git.add. This will add your local files, screenshot or snap. Just it is not a screenshot actually. Okay. Just I'm giving an analogy. So it will store the details of that. Okay. In the staging area, not in the committing phase. Okay. So this is intermediate stage between local repository and Git. So after putting in my staging area, if I don't like, I can come back to the local repository. For that, I have Git reset. If I feel like, okay, what I had it in the staging area is perfectly good and fine. So what I will do, I will do git commit and it will store in the local git repository. So this everything process happens in my system only. So I'm writing it as local repository. Everything happens in my system only. Now, suppose think that if my friend also want to work with me and I also working on the same project. Now I'm working in my separate laptop and he's working with his separate laptop. How we will get to connect it? There should be some uh, servers. I should store in some servers, right? So on top of Git, we have GitHub, which basically serves in the web. So I have written as remote repository. So now my friend can have access to my all changes from the GitHub. Now the question is how I will do this. So in order to go from local repository to remote repository, you need to have some pushing, right? So I write it as git push. Using this command, you can directly send to the GitHub. Suppose my friend made some changes in my GitHub account. Here my friend has made some changes and I need to bring that changes back to my system. So if I do clone, it will have the same copy. So instead that we have another command called git pull. So this will fetch all the details changes made and made same changes in my system too. Now let us understand a small scenario working flow. Okay, I am the owner of the file. I have local repository and remote repository of my account itself, like my Gmail account. Okay, I can push the local repository to remote repository. I can pull from remote repository to local repository. Think I have my friend A and my friend B. Now my friend A wants to work with my project. But if he directly work from his local repository to my repository, then it will be problem for me because he will make changes in my code too. So in order to save from there, what he does is he will copy from my remote repository to his remote repository. To copy, we have a command fork. So from GitHub to GitHub. So from my account to his account, it will be copied as it is. The folders will be copied. Now he can use the same analogy, that is push and pull, and work in his remote repository. Now, if he had made some changes in his remote repository and he wants to tell me to make the change, so how he will do? So he can't push from the his account to my account because it is my privacy, right? So he can ask me pull request. So he will request me to pull the command from his to mine. So this way I can see the changes he made, and if it is fine, I will pull from his account. Now if my user B also wants to work with me, he can do the same thing, fork and pull request. He can fork when he wants and copy the contents from my to him, and he can ask me pull request whenever he made any changes if he want to make some changes in my account. So this is how we all three can build a project in my account only. So this is where the GitHub comes into picture. So Git is basically you are doing changes and saving each snapshot in your local repository, and GitHub comes where you can collaborate with other members too. So this is how it works. And you can also directly clone from my remote repository to their friend's local remote repository. The cloning part, directly you can clone from year to year instead of forking. Forking, what it does, from remote repository to remote repository. But clone, if you want, you can clone in the same account or you can clone from other account too. But forking is not such. So that's all for today. And if you like my videos, please like it, share it, and thank you guys for watching.